Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. I'm going to start doing this video about debunking the Norse god Odin. I got the idea from brother Dr. Zakir Naik. He mentions that he uses Sur Ikhlas when talking about whether other gods are worthy of worship, if they meet the same criteria. And in the Holy Quran it says, Bismillahirrahmanirrahim, Alif Lam Mim, say Allah, He is one, the eternal refuge. He begets not, nor is He begotten. There is none like unto Him. Well, if we look at that criteria, does Odin meet that? No, he doesn't. He is begotten. He is created from Vesla and Bor, who themselves were created. And if you go back to the Kal Idumla during the time of Gunungayap, their version of the creation myth, like their Big Bang in a way. A good modern retelling of that is in the opening sequence of the game Assassin's Creed Valhalla, narrated by the character Valka. She does a good job giving a modern interpretation on that. But he is created. He is not always there, always was, always will be. He is not that kind of God. And he also creates, has children himself. Since Allah has no son, which means that Jesus is, peace be upon him, a prophet, not the son of God. Therefore, with Odin, he's got Thor and Balder, two very popular sons of his, but they both die. And Odin dies in the Battle of Ragnarok against Fenrir. Thor dies against the serpent Jormungandr. Balder has already died, but then he eventually, in the saga, eventually is reborn, so resurrected, but he's also died. So how can a god really be a god if he dies? How can he really be worshipped? Why would you want to worship somebody that dies, that has weakness? And that makes just no sense. There's no logic to that. Even in other religions, their gods live, born, they die, but they're not eternal. They're not absolute. They're not from the beginning of the universe to the ending of the universe and beyond. So, why would you want to worship somebody like that? And here in the West, I know that paganism is a proper good growing thing, amongst people who are disenfranchised with religion, but that's because they're disenfranchised with Christianity and its corruptions and its contradictions and numerous hypocrisies among its followers and the scriptures. But why would anyone want to follow a God, who they call Jesus, alayhi salam, who dies? God being killed by his own creation makes no sense. Just like with Odin being killed, by the son of Loki, and Thor being killed by Loki, and Balder, being killed, by the mistletoe plant. So there's no really logical reason to want to worship a being that's not eternal, that's finite. It's more of just like a very powerful human being, or some alien from our planet, but it's not really a god. So why not worship the being that created everything? That created the stars, the galaxies, and the vastness of the universe. I'd rather worship that. How about you? Alaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.